But yes, I am.
Mm-hmm.
And will always be.
Okay.
Delicate goddamn flower.
Now think of all the Messner workshops you ever taken or watched spontaneously on YouTube while binging vids. Just
Okay.
yes, that's it.
I can turn up the sad music if that helps.
No.
Okay. Last we left off, there was a pink mist huddling you together ever so slightly, helping some of you find back to your bodies to some extent. The pink mist still clings to the air as everyone sees a pink hazy version of Snowcat Luckbones starting slowly to rise up out of their cold body on the floor. In the pink mist snow, there's a familiar hand reaching out as you see the form of the Watcher woman step out of the densest part of said mist. She has a small but kind smile on her face, looking at you. Hello, Snowcat.
Are they going to be okay?
They will be. You are not the only one helping. And she points. Snow, only you see small figures lighting up the room outside of this pink bubble. One standing next to Zoey. Several standing around that big creature that you just fought. They're not alone.
Thank you.
You don't have to thank me. I will give you some moments to say goodbye if you wish. But before that, I have something for you. And she reaches out her hand as if she has something inside of it. She puts a pink light into your hand, and the second it touches your hand, memories wash over you. Ones that you thought forgotten. Things that you have not remembered in a very long time. There's moments with Sunny, small things that you have not thought about in so long. Her laugh, once you dropped something and nearly fell into a little puddle that you made for fishing. Unfamiliar faces become familiar again. But one specifically stands out. As just for a split second, you remember that moment that you were sitting in the wilds as a teenager, looking up at the lights in the sky and how they slowly shifted to the emerald for the very first time. And next to you sits your friend with the long pink hair, putting her head on your shoulder. You hear the Watcher woman say, "It's beautiful, is it not? I'm glad we can look at it together today."
I open my eyes and I look at Watcher and I, holding tight, Thank you. I've missed these. And I offer a hug.
She steps in immediately.
And I pull her tight. So long ago. I've known you for so long.
She just
I'm
hums in
sorry I
agreement.
forgot.
It is okay. People forget. But now you remember.
What can I tell them?
That you're gonna be okay. Just not physically with them. You're not fully gone either. If one of them dies and crosses over, you can choose to come pick them up.
Good. Good. You know I will. Okay.
You have a few moments.
Thank you. And I will say thank you.
And she steps back as the pink haze around everyone tightens a little bit and the ice cave that you found yourself in just a moment ago dissipates ever so slightly. As the snowcat that stands in front of you is not as translucent, but not fully there either. But neither are you. Not fully. Not physical.
Her face in physical snow and is sobbing in there, telling him to not leave her alone after everything, that they just found themselves again and they had so many more memories to make.
I come down to Calliope. Can I interact physically?
Not with the physical form, but there's a pink haze around Calliope that you can interact with, and she will feel it.
So I come close and I make certain to offer that warmth in the best way I can. Calliope. I'm so sorry to leave now. But you need more time to get your memories back. If you want them.
But why? How could I live with myself afterward? You could be alive if it wasn't for me.
No, it's not your fault. It's the ogre and this world and all of the things. It's not because of you. This is not your fault in any way. In any way. It is no one's fault. And I am okay. And I'm still going to be available and around, just at a distance.
Will I see you again.
If you die, I will come and get you.
Um, I'll, I'll make sure to remember everything till that, so we can meet again, as we did in the past.
Even if you forget, I will remember. And I will come and get you, just like I did this time. I promise.
Hmm. But I will be sad for a while.
Yep. And that's okay. And keeping one hand kind of on Calliope, I turn towards Lorn and Zoey.
You big, stupid, glorious bastard. She just walks up and buries herself in whatever of Snow's side there is.
And they try to pull her into the floof as much as possible. You keep
Snow.
keep learning and growing and loving in that foolish, foolhardy way you have.
There's a very snotty laugh from underneath somewhere.
You need to meet that other Zoey.
Yeah, I guess I do. Thank you, Snow. Thank you for being you.
Thank you for being badass.
For being Papa Snow.
Pulls you a little tighter. Looks to Lorn. I'm afraid the rune ward won't work after I leave. But hold on to it for me. It was a gift from my mentor, Striker. He died in the wilds, protecting us.
I think Lorn stands there watching Zoe gripping whatever's left of Snow, and when this specter turns to Lorn, he has a very serious face. And he holds like this amulet, like the thing he got, like in his hand, just to his side, barely visible. And when Snowcat says that, he just grips it a little bit tighter. He just nods and looks a little bit to the side at Calliope, and then back to Snow, and just very calmly says, "We'll be there for her. We'll be there."
I know. Thank you for sharing your story with me. It was an honor to hear.
No, is there anyone we should tell?
If you find yourself back with the Frostborn Qatari. Let them know I found my son. And that I'm okay. They'll understand.
I'll do that.
Out of the mist steps a person that only Snow recognizes immediately. A big, burly, long, wide-haired, furbolg man stands, being lit up from the back, cocking his head ever so slightly at Snow. You all can hear a deep, burly voice slightly echoing through the chamber. Hello, my little snowflake. I'm here to pick you up.
That's the moment that Snow actually begins to cry a little. And pulls you all closer. Now, Zoey, if you want to know a good papa figure, that's a good one.
Don't be picky, Snow. Not with so little time left, but he's already gone.
Clearly, what we think is gone never truly is.
See you on the far side, eh?
I'll be back to get you if you need me. And a kiss on your head. And a kiss on Calliope's head.
Go on, get out of here. Walks off.
And a nod to Lorn.
I'm gonna
Gets
miss
up.
you.
I will always love you, my son. I gotta go. Striker's calling.
I know.
And I start to bound towards Striker and pounce him over as if I was a 5-year-old kitten, just absolutely delighted to see him awake and aware. And I jump on him and I wrestle him to the ground, and you see me take him like ass over tea kettle, just like kittens playing. Striker, I was good to the earth and it was good to me. I did everything like you told me to. I have so many stories to tell you.
There's a deep belly laugh that echoes as he says, I can't wait to hear every single one of them. As you roll into what from the outside looks like pink mist, and what from Snow's perspective looks like peace. The Watcher woman, still slightly visible in the pink mist, just nods and then turns and walks into the hazy doorway that Snow and Strife just pummeled into. Lorn, you notice something about the Watcher woman that you have not seen before. Her form, as she was standing in this hallway, in this doorway, it looked like the light that comes from the gloaming, this pink sheen, was filtering through her body and through her hair And it almost looked like that pink is coming from her. Like she's a filter.
Like a projection.
With that, the pink haze fades, and you are forced back into your physical bodies. Zoey, your head is pounding, but you can feel your body, every single aching part of it, but you can feel it. You're awake. You blink a few times, your skin feels icy and more cold than usual.
He should be dead.
There's
Is
a
that what he did?
bright...
Did he sacrifice?
There's a
Damn it.
bright small figure in your view, like a height of a child, burning bright with white light, cocking its head looking at you. There's a little giggle and a nod as it runs off.
Wait.
It looks like it runs into that big crystal cluster and lights it up ever so slightly.
Did you guys see that?
Oh,
In that very moment, Calliope, you find yourself back in your body. It hurts. And you can hear glass shards crackling off of your back. Struggling to get up. Glass crunches underneath your shoes. Revealing your wings. Would you please describe what your wings look like underneath that glass that just fell off?
ooh, yeah. Yes, let me describe Calliope's wings. They are a beautiful, almost sunny, iridescent color. There is yellows and oranges and just warmth radiating off of them. Even like in this kind of dimly lit, if not even lit cave, they almost look like they glow from within. And, you know, I have these dice for a reason.
As you catch yourself and look at Zoey again, Lorn, you hearing Zoe's voice. Did you just see that echo through? Zoey, how do you look?
Different. Paler. Little bit more drawn. And you can't decide if it's because her skin is paler or whether it's the light, but the storm patches on her skin seem so much darker now. A little bit more swirl to them, a little bit more twist. And she's covered in blood and looks completely wiped out. Child. Did you just see a child? A small, like a small glowy child thing ran across the room.
Can I just check exactly how we're all standing where we are? Are we like grouped together in the middle of the room? And where's the ogre?
You are standing as you were when 3 of you went down. So Lorn and Zoey are both at the far wall.
Yeah.
Calliope is standing next to the remains of Snowcat on the floor that slowly start to light up. The ogre is laying on the ground with bright white marks and blood everywhere.
I think Lorn slowly walks up to the ogre just to check that this is not still something we need to run from.
You take a closer look at the ogre. The skin is ice cold. The marks and scars, you can see some that your group inflicted. But there's one big one right across its chest that looks like it was impacted by a lightning bolt that left bright white scars behind. That is still glowing ever so slightly. There's no breath being drawn. The blood has stopped running. It has been dead for a few moments.
Lorn places his hand close to or like on that glowing scar and just tries to, just whispers to himself slightly, almost less if in shock, like, we should all be dead. What was this? And he just slowly tries to comprehend and remember that magic feeling that feels like, trying to understand.
I'm gonna stagger away from the wall over towards Calliope and Snow, and to be fair at this point, kind of clocked there's something not quite right with Calliope, but it's what's left of Snow that she's focused on. Drop to her knees next to him and it's like, oh God, Snow. Thank you. You stupid bastard. Thank you.
I mean, yeah, it was quite stupid.
But it was so Snow.
Yeah.
All the stupid, noble, damn things.
Yeah. I mean, he was the most noble of all of us.
Yeah.
I'm gonna miss him so much.
Yeah, me too. Kind of made me realize what having a father would have been like.
I can be your mother.
I appreciate the offer. I think I'd struggle with the size differences.
Just you wait, I will get up there.
Lorn,
How are you?
There's glass coming up. Can you check?
Wait, what? And Zoey kind of snaps back to the room and looks round at you properly.
I don't know. I think I can feel my wings.
My God, Calliope, they're in... Wow. Wow. You're beautiful, you know that, right?
And I think this is the first time that she actually turns around because she didn't trust herself. My wing.
Yeah.
They
Yeah.
are back.
I don't know what he did, but they're incredible.
Uh-huh. And she
Wow.
reaches out and touch her own wings. They're probably really sensitive right now.
They are
May
really
I?
sensitive right now.
Okay, maybe not touching them.
Okay, sorry.
Okay. I mean, I did it too, but I haven't felt them in, well, since this.
Yeah.
You stupid little... No, you!
As you yell that and look at Snow's body again, the light that started to show up slowly glows brighter. There's a very, very slight pink hue to it, but it's more white than pink.
Is it just me or is Snow glowing?
No, he's
at this-
glowing. That's weird. Lorn?
Assuming that Lorn is still at the ogre, he snaps and just. Zoey, what's going on?
Why is Snowcat glowing?
What?
Right?
Yeah. Can Lorn make a comprehension roll? I
And what the fuck is going on, roll?
Is he going to explode?
Yeah, why don't you make a knowledge roll?
It's it's a 25 with hope.
Nice!
Fuck yeah. First of all, the light reminds you of the scars that you saw on the ogre. But also of the small glowing creature that you saw when you were in that hole. You have read tales about this that you did not think to be real. About when someone with magic, gifted or cursed depending on where you are, dies near or within a site blessed by one of the gods. Sometimes their bodies become light, become essence, become magic itself.
I'm sorry, Calliope, but I think the body is changing. I can't really explain it well, but I think it will be gone soon.
Will it go to where Snow is?
I don't know, Dr. Calliope. I really don't know. I'm
Is
so
this-
sorry.
Do you, how are, I don't know about the rituals when someone dies from where Snow's from, but do you think it's okay if Snow's body just goes with Snow?
I think we can try to find Snow's family at some point, and Lorn tries to keep it cool. But his voice crackles a little bit.
We should. Just to let them know.
Yeah, we'll do that.
But I think his body going back into the world so he can continue wandering seems kind of right to me.
I think he would like that.
Yeah.
He was always one with nature.
And now he really is.
Lorn's intention was actually to walk up to Snowcat's corpse and take off his parka, I think he's wearing, something like, and just show the body some respect.
I wish there was something that I could keep as a memento.
Lorn is just looking down on his hand, realizing he's still squeezing the ward, and just hands it over slowly to Calliope. I think Snow really would have wanted you to have this. He gave it to me just before we got here.
I Are you sure? He gave it to you for a reason.
Nah. It was probably to give it to you. And while kind of waiting for Calliope to take it from him, Lorn looks at Zoey and is like, you did you say that there was something here?
Yeah, a little white person. Little kind of glowy white thing.
Glowing?
About a kid size scuttled over into that crystal over there. Did you see it?
Would Lorn connect that? Because there could be a lot of glowing things around here, but I can't remember exactly what it was Lorn saw when he went out into the crystal cave, other than like some was left.
It was a small glowing
Bo-
person that ran past and a giggle.
Yeah, okay. Oh, that's probably the same creature I saw down in the hole.
Huh.
Can't tell if they're friendly or not. We should probably start moving.
Well, it
I'm sorry,
laughed and ran
Calliope.
away, which doesn't strike me as desperately menacing, I'm not going to lie.
While you're having this conversation, underneath the cloak that Snow's body is under, the cloak slowly but surely falls and only leaves the outline of Snow's gear and bag on the floor, as there's a little skittering and a small glowing creature, almost like a little kitten, bolts out and tumbles over itself, standing up on all fours, as out of the bigger crystals in the room, small humanoid figures made up of white light poke their heads out. There's giggling from multiple corners as they hug each other.
Did the thing run away, or is Lorn fast enough to actually grab it?
You can most certainly try and grab
I
it.
will definitely try to grab if there's like a tiny kitten. Yeah.
What would that be? Well, probably agility roll.
Is that? Oh, we actually have agility. Never mind.
We do have agility. I will give you disadvantage because you did not expect that tiny thing to come out of that big ass person.
No,
I was
that's a
thinking
safe
more
thing to say.
finesse, but okay, disadvantage. I think I can summarize this with Lorn slips and falls flat on the ground, and it scatters away. Yes,
What do you roll?
Let's keep the dignity. But it was with hope, though, because
Okay.
it is a tiny
Okay.
kitten. It
That's
is a
all I
tiny
wanted to
kitten.
know.
Yeah.
Okay. It slips out right beneath your grasp, and as they reconvene and huddle up each other with each other, the small kitten turns around, looks at you, both paws on the floor, ass in the air, twice, and then runs with the child-sized lights into the crystals. As you are watching this happen, we will zoom out just a little bit out of this room and zoom back in to a few rooms across. The stones rumble as Steph is coughing and slowly trying to get up, barely able to hold her two swords, leaving one clattering to the ground, holding only one. One of her wings is not really moving anymore because it got struck right there. As she's trying to hold the fort at the portal, her other arm that's barely able to use a sword holding one of the crystals looks up at you as there's more stones crumbling, and you hear her in your head, not yelling through the whole thing. Sorry to intrude your head. You should leave.
Steph, what are you doing?
It'll be okay.
Steph, what are you doing?
Just make sure you
Steph!
don't get... And with that, it cuts off as her sword clatters to the ground, and she takes that crystal, holds it up, and her full form is lit up, similarly to the light that's inside of this portal thing. There's a pink sheen on the edge as she takes slash after slash after slash of the creatures, as there's an explosion of light. As stones slow down in the air, creatures flying off of her, as she falls to her knees, with that one crystal hand barely up, her hand right next to the portal open, her on the floor. All creatures that were around clash to the ground. No children in sight. Steph on the ground. In a bunch of lit up puddles. The outside of her form still glowing ever so slightly pink.
Screaming at the top of my lungs, no. I run across the field, holding onto my weapon, just dashing to get across to be right next to her and grab her other hand. Steph, what did you do? What did you do? What did you do? I don't... And I start looking through my bag for some kind of, like, to check on her and to look for some kind of healing something.
As you go through your bag, you notice that you used that healing potion early on yourself, when one of those big things rammed you into the wall too heavily. And you see her barely able to open her swollen eyes. There's blood everywhere, and that pink around her slowly fades as she draws a ragged breath and looks at you. Please, get out.
No. Steph, Styrus is gonna kill me. Don't you do this.
She, tries to lift her hand and gives you a glowing crystal. Holding your hand, barely able to grasp it fully, as you see that one of her fingers is very wrong, not in the right position.
I hold on to her hand, gently.
As there's tears running down her face. Tell Styrus I love her. But please save yourself. Please.
You can't do
Embers,
this.
Please.
Don't do this.
There's another rumble. As there's a light that forms in her hand that's on top of yours. You have to go.
I'm not leaving you behind. I won't do it.
She closes her eyes and whispers, "Then I will make you." As there's this all-consuming weird feeling of you being lifted up out of the air, out of the ground, up into the air away from her, as you see her shaking hand barely up moves you towards the tunnel that you came in, and basically throws you out of it as you feel the ripple of her magic fade as you slam into the quiet hallway that has no sound whatsoever. As you just watch stones over stones pile right in front of you. Nothing hitting you. But it blocks off the whole entrance. No sound. As you stand there in the tunnel.
I scream. And there is no sound of it that comes out. Tears coursing down my face. Long sword in my left hand and my off hand, because I was holding her hand crystal in my right hand, both held so tight my knuckles are white. Just guttural, loud, reverberant scream from deep inside of all the grief, because for once I could scream as loud as I need to, but no one's going to hear it. And I can feel it in my throat, and it's raw, and I'm probably doing some damage to my vocal cords. But it feels good that it can't be heard. And I just use everything in me screaming. And the flame on my sword gets brighter and brighter. And the red along my body flames darker and darker, and my eyes go bright molten. And as I spin myself out, I hit my knees and just sit there and breathe and pray to both the matron and curse to the matron and the winged one that the children are okay. And I curse at them that this is the kind of world they create, and pray for the safety of the people who follow them, and that they won't let me keep them safe. And promise them that I will do everything I can to keep fighting to keep people safe.